In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a drill that I came up with that's going to help increase your reaction time so that you can take out all those campers all over Cold War right now, and you can get the first shot in all your gunfights. Alright guys, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the entire purpose of this drill is to trick your brain into recognizing reaction time as a subconscious thing instead of a conscious thing. So what that means for you is whenever you're seeing an enemy right in front of you, whenever you're running throughout the map and you get caught off guard, you're not going to have to think, oh look, there's an enemy right there, let me aim in and shoot at him. It's just going to happen on its own. Your brain's just going to be programmed to just automatically snap onto somebody and shoot at them without you even having to think about it, which in return is going to make you have a much better reaction time, and it's going to help you get a lot more kills. So let's go ahead and get into the drill. Alright guys, so for the first thing, we're going to be setting up the drill. I'm going to be giving you guys the settings that you need to change so that you can properly run the drill the right way. And then later on in the video, I'm going to explain how to do the drill, and I'm going to explain why we choose certain settings like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so for the first thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be changing the map to checkmate. After you do that, go to change game mode, put it on hardcore free-for-all. Now go to bots and players, and go to bot settings first. After you go to bot settings, make sure you turn this to either regular or hardened. Don't do veteran or recruit. I'll explain later on. Just do either regular or hardened. And then after you do that, you're going to go to add bot, and you're going to add as many bots as you possibly can, which is going to be 8. So after you do all that, go to edit game rules. So once you're in edit game rules, go to restrictions, go to score streaks, and you're going to want to disable all of these. And then go to your regular settings, and this one's up to you guys. It's up to how much you want to practice. I recommend at least 10 to 15 minutes for practice, and any more is just going to help you get better reaction time. Alright, so once we got all that taken care of, let's go ahead and get into the gun you're going to be using. So we're going to be using an assault rifle or SMG. It's completely up to you. If you guys want to follow along, I'm going to be using the Uzi because it's the fastest gun. Alright, so for the attachments, we're going to be going to the stock first. We're going to be throwing on the marathon stock, which is going to give us sprint to fire. And for the handle, we're throwing on the aim down sight wrap. And for the magazine, we're throwing on the 45 round mags because it doesn't come with that many cons, and it just gives us ammo for free basically. Next up, we're going to go to the patrol grip, and this is going to give us sprint movement speed so we get around the map faster. And for the last attachment, just put on anything that doesn't come with that much cons. Alright, since the entire purpose of this drill is to increase your reaction time, you're not going to want to be camping, and you're not going to want to be pre-aiming anything. Instead, you're going to want to be running around the map the entire time. So as you're running around the map, and whenever you stumble upon an enemy, you're going to want to be aiming in and shooting right away. So accuracy is not important here. It's just about your overall raw speed at just reacting to the enemy on your screen. As for how you're going to be wanting to go around the map, you're going to be wanting to run around in some kind of lap formation all the way around the map, and you're going to be wanting to change that up non-stop. So don't always run around the same way. Sometimes change it, go backwards, but always be running around the entire map. Don't stay in one area. Always make sure you're running the entire time. So by doing it this way, you're training yourself for those situations where you and an enemy both come out of sprint and both look at each other, but you're going to be the one that reacts quicker because you have more practice. Alright, so you might be thinking you can just hear the enemy sneaking up on you, and that's really going to mess with your reaction time. That's not going to be training anything if you could just hear somebody running up on you, and you hear their footsteps, and you hear their gunshots. And you'd be completely right about that. So that's why I came up with the idea of going into your audio settings whenever you start the game, and then turning your master volume all the way down to 0. That way you're not going to have any clues that an enemy's around you, and it's going to be all based off your reaction time. Alright, so the drill's really just that simple. That's all that's to it. Now the entire goal of the drill is to sort of trick your brain into over time just being able to naturally react to an enemy. Instead of you having to think about an enemy showing up on your screen, you're going to be eventually getting to the point where an enemy just shows up on your screen and you're automatically going to shoot at them without even having to think about it. And the more and more you do this, the better you'll get at it, and the better you'll get at better situations. So say for example, you're running into a building, there's a guy sitting in a corner. Before, it would take you forever to realize that guy's in the corner. But now, after doing this for so long, you'll just automatically shoot him and you won't even know it. Alright, so if you're wondering about why we picked some of the settings, well, we picked hardcore free-for-all because in free-for-all, you have 9 enemies to fight instead of 6. and you also don't have teammates that are going to be stealing your kills. And as for hardcore, there's two main reasons we picked it. So for the first reason, it gets rid of your mini-map so that you can't prepare for fights. There's not going to be any red dots showing up on your screen, so you're never going to know where the enemies are. And the second reason we picked hardcore is because in hardcore, it takes a lot less bullets to kill enemies, so you're going to be spending a lot less time reloading, and you're going to have more bullets to get more kills, which is going to result in more practice for you guys. So if you're dying a lot doing this, you can always lower the difficulty. I recommend keeping it on regular. Recruit's going to be way too easy. You're not going to be punished for missing, and veteran's going to be way too hard. You're not even going to be able to get the shot off on the enemy. Alright guys, so I guarantee you if you practice this drill just 10 minutes a day, every single day, your reaction time will get way better. I hope this video helps you out, guys, and I hope the drill helps you out. Let me know in the comments below if you want more of these kind of videos, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and drop a like off on the video. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.